In the quiet town of Bakersville, something stirs in the shadows. Bakersville, a small, serene dot on the map, is a place that exudes tranquility. Nestled between rolling green hills, it's a picture of idyllic beauty. The town's charm lies in its peacefulness, a haven from the hustle and bustle of the outside world. Its citizens, a close-knit community, live in harmony, their lives intertwined like the branches of the ancient oak tree in the town square. But of late, the town's tranquility has been punctured, like a silent pond disturbed by a sudden ripple. An undercurrent of unease has begun to spread, a chilling wind whispering through the streets, touching everyone it passes. The cause? A series of unexplained disappearances that have started to occur, as sudden as they are unsettling. Beloved community members, there one day and gone the next, leaving behind only a void filled with questions and fear. An elderly baker, a vibrant school teacher, a cheerful postman, all vanished without a trace. The town's once lively buzz has been replaced by hushed whispers and suspicious glances. The laughter of children playing in the park has given way to the somber silence of deserted streets. The once welcoming lights in the houses now feel more like watchful eyes, peering into the darkness, waiting, watching. The local law enforcement, a force more accustomed to dealing with lost cats and traffic violations, find themselves grappling with a mystery that seems to defy explanation. The absence of any concrete evidence or motive has left them in the dark, the shadows growing longer with each passing day. In the quiet corners of the local diner over cups of coffee and slices of apple pie, theories are whispered. Some speak of a serial kidnapper, others suggest a more sinister, supernatural explanation. The town's history, once a source of pride, is now being scrutinized for any hint of a dark past that might have come back to haunt them. What could be causing these mysterious disappearances in this peaceful town? The question hangs in the air, as heavy as the dread that grips Bakersville. A question that echoes in the silence of the night, waiting for an answer. Or worse, a new disappearance. Enter our protagonist, a grizzled, experienced monster hunter with a dark past. He's not the type of hero you'd find on comic book covers, but rather a man hardened by the cruel and unusual world he's chosen to inhabit. His name is as rugged as his outlook, Jack Savage. Jack is a man of few words, with a reputation that extends far beyond the borders of his hometown. He's the last line of defense against the things that go bump in the night, and he's been called in to investigate the eerie disturbances plaguing the once peaceful Bakersville. His past, however, is a ghost that haunts him more than any monster he's ever faced, a tragic event that led him to this unconventional path of protecting the innocent from the unknown. The question that hangs heavy in the air is, will our seasoned hunter be able to confront his past while saving the town? As our hunter delves into the mystery, a chilling flashback unveils his haunting past. His name, we learn, is Samuel. Born into a family of humble farmers, Samuel had known the simple joys of a quiet life. The sound of the wind rustling through the cornfields, the laughter of his younger siblings, the warm smiles of his parents, these were the threads that wove the fabric of his childhood. But one fateful night, his life was irrevocably changed. A creature of nightmares, a monster, descended upon their homestead, shattering the tranquility of their existence. With a heart filled with terror and eyes that witnessed the unthinkable, young Samuel was the sole survivor. His family, the people he loved more than anything in the world, were taken away from him in the most horrific way imaginable. The monster left an imprint on his soul, a scar that never healed. It was a wound that festered, not with bitterness or vengeance, but with an unyielding resolve. Samuel's loss became his driving force. He dedicated his life to hunting the very creatures that had robbed him of his family. Every monster he hunted, every creature he put to rest, was a tribute to his lost loved ones. His path led him to Bakersville, a town on the verge of succumbing to a similar terror. The townsfolk lived in constant fear, their lives dictated by the unseen monster that lurked in the shadows. Samuel saw in their terrified eyes the same fear he had experienced years ago. He saw his past reflected in their present, and he knew he could not and would not let history repeat itself. Samuel's past is a chilling reminder of what's at stake. His haunting memories are not just relics of a bygone era, but constant reminders of the battles he fights every day. Every monster slain, every town saved, is a step towards healing, a step towards a future where no other child has to endure what he went through. Driven by his past, our hunter is determined to stop history from repeating itself. With the moon at its peak, our hunter begins his eerie quest. A sense of trepidation fills the air, a palpable tension that makes the heart drum a fearful rhythm. The night is alive with whispers of the unknown and the lurking dread of what's to come. Our hunter is no stranger to such nights. He is a seasoned veteran, a man who has faced the grotesque and the horrifying more times than one can count. His eyes, hardened by countless encounters with the monstrous, reflect a quiet resolve. His every step is measured, his every move calculated. He knows the dangers that lie in the dark, and yet he willingly plunges into its depths, driven by a mission that is as old as time itself. His tools are not just his weapons, but his vast knowledge and experience. He knows the signs that reveal the presence of the creature he seeks. A broken branch here, a faint, unusual scent there. Every detail is a piece of the puzzle that he meticulously pieces together. For him, monster hunting is not just a battle of strength, but a game of wits, a deadly dance between the hunter and the hunted. The townsfolk watch with bated breath as he ventures into the darkness. Their hopes and fears are pinned on this lone figure, their savior in this desperate hour. Mothers clutch their children closer, old folks mutter prayers under their breath, and even the bravest men feel a shiver run down their spine. The hunter carries their hopes on his shoulders, a burden as heavy as the task ahead. Yet there's an undeniable sense of excitement beneath the fear. The thrill of the hunt, the promise of a showdown between man and monster, stirs a primal emotion that's hard to ignore. It's a night that will be etched in the annals of the town's history, a tale that will be told and retold for generations to come. As our hunter disappears into the night, the town waits in anticipation. The game of cat and mouse has begun. Now it's all a matter of waiting for the dawn when the outcome of this hunt will be revealed. In the depth of the night, our hunter finally comes face to face with the unseen terror. The monster, the embodiment of his worst nightmares, stands before him, a grotesque mirror reflecting the past he has tried to bury. It is a creature from a time when laughter filled his home, a time before the shadows claimed his loved ones and left him alone in a world shrouded in fear. The creature, a monstrous, twisted version of a once familiar figure, a beast that once wore the face of a friend, now distorted by the cruel hand of the unseen terror. The same type of monster that took his family away, the same beast that turned his life into a relentless hunt. A hunt that has now led him to this moment, this confrontation, this reckoning. The air is thick with anticipation as the hunter squares off against his past. Every muscle in his body tenses, ready for the battle that is to come. His hand grips his weapon tighter, the cold steel a stark contrast to the burning determination in his eyes. This is more than just a fight. It's a clash of past and present, a struggle for closure and redemption. The hunter lunges forward, his movements swift and precise, a dance of death perfected over countless nights spent in the company of monsters. The creature retaliates, its grotesque form moving with a surprising agility. The battle rages on, each blow exchanged a testament to the hunter's resolve, his will to end the cycle of fear and loss. As the clash continues, the first light of dawn begins to creep over the horizon, casting long shadows that dance in tandem with the battling figures. The town of Bakersville, once a serene and peaceful place, now holds its breath, its fate intertwined with the outcome of this fierce confrontation. The echoes of the struggle reverberate through the silent streets, a chilling symphony that heralds a new day. As the sun begins to rise, the town of Bakersville holds its breath. As dawn breaks, the outcome of the battle becomes clear. The once menacing creature, the source of the town's dread and despair, now lies vanquished. The hunter, though worn and wounded, stands victorious. The quiet murmur of relief sweeps across the town, a stark contrast to the previous nights of terror. The hunter, a paragon of courage and determination, has not only confronted the monster, but also faced down the ghosts of his own past. The town, once a playground for the monstrous, is safe again, its calm restored. The hunter, having faced his deepest fears, has found a semblance of peace. In the depths of the night, he battled not just the physical manifestation of evil, but also the psychological horrors that haunted him. The dawn brings not just light, but also resolution. In the end, our brave hunter not only saved a town, but also fought his own demons. Remember, even in the quietest places, monsters may lurk, but so do heroes.